Crypto fans, XRP fans, I'm CRYPTOMAXX. This is CRYPTOMAXX News. And I want to let you know that I was really reluctant to do this video, actually. I have been sitting on this for over a week, I think, from when I found out. And I wanted to be sure, so I exhausted all my research, couldn't find anything additional. So what I'm going to show you tonight, even if it turns out to be a nothing burger, I did reach out to somebody in the, I guess legal field, just to try to see if I could get some clarity before I even did this video. I didn't hear anything back, so this is one way of hopefully finding out. But I don't think anybody else knows this, and there is an error in the Hinman Deposition. And I'm going to be going over that here in a minute. One thing I will say is that this is not financial advice. Anything I say is just for educational purposes. It's not legal advice. I'm not an attorney. And I do appreciate your support. I am a new channel, as you can see. I got a small subscriber count. I just only started 3 weeks ago. So if you don't mind liking and subscribing, I sure appreciate it. And in return, I'll commit to always doing research. And in this case, I kind of exhausted it. So I'm kind of going back out to the community and say, hey, what do you think? Or can you get this to John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, or James Filan? So maybe they could answer the question and we get at least a better understanding of what happened in this case. I will tell you, regardless of what this answer is, there is something here, and there's a lot here that they don't want us to see, and I'll show you that part as well. And before I get to that, I do want to say last night I did a video right here in the purple, and there's kind of the split thumbnail here. And that was on the retirement of the sudden retirement of the SEC official, and his name is Joseph Brenner. And I think a lot of people, including BitBoy and some of the other, just a lot of people have kind of speculated that it was going to be the chief enforcement officer. This is actually the chief enforcement counsel. And I think that's what BitBoy may have been referring to last night. I did a full upload on that as well, so if you want to go check that out, feel free. But I kind of explained, a couple different theories. Could have been he ran from this, could have been he got fired, or there's another reason, and that ties into the potential reason for the delay. There was an illness on one of the attorney's sides, and hopefully that's not the case, because you don't wish any ill will, regardless, on anyone. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to try to go quick. Notice the page 261 right here, and this is right after the part where they find out, or they kind of drop the bomb on, hey, you deleted files. What's going on? Well, right at the very bottom, you're going to notice right here that he says, do you know whether there was a video recording made of your remarks at the TechGC National Summit on November 26th? That struck me as really powerful, especially when you looked at the page 61 and then you go to the next page is 301. There's a lot of pages missing. So regardless of whether this is a nothing burger on the error, I want to tell you there is a lot here, and I'll tell you a couple more pieces here in a second on what I think is going on. But you're going to notice this is the Tech Summit. The GC, I think Tech GC just means General Counsel, right? And all the lawyers get together and they talk about all the good stuff. Now, you're going to notice the keynote speaker was a guy from Airbnb. What a fun job that would be. They're probably sued all the time. So anyway, and then it was over 2 or 3 days. I can't remember, but this was the Thursday lineup. And then if you get into the next day lineup, you're going to notice at 12:10 p.m. conversation with William Hinman, and that's Director, Division of Corporate Finance, Securities and Exchange Commission. This was actually, the date was a month earlier. And so my question to the attorneys who know the law is, if Hinman was asked in the deposition, attorneys could be tricky, right? Or they could know the letter of the law and just answer exactly as the question was asked. Is there a video of you on November 26th? Not that I know of, because there was no video of the Tech Summit on November 26th. It was actually October 26th. So if they are allowed to answer that literal, he could answer that even if potentially there was a video on October 26th. So that's my actual question out. I'm not saying that's the case. That's one of the questions is, can somebody that smart under deposition be allowed to do that, knowing that the question was really about the summit and not the date? Or can they take it literal, say the date, and then just leave it at that, and then, hey, that's on the Ripple defense team, because they're the ones asking the question, right? So that's a big deal to me. I found it. I sat on it for a while. I didn't want to come out. I much would have rather seen a response back and not had to done this video, because I was a little nervous to put this one up. I don't want to clickbait. I want my research to be legitimate, and there is more here. So here we go. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit further. How did I do? Okay. You're going to notice Hillary Kivitz, partner and GC at A16Z Crypto. This is it. Andreessen Horowitz. They did a $2.2 billion crypto fund, and they hired Bill Hinman. Okay, that was an announcement this year on June 24th. So they didn't ask that question in the deposition to have 40 pages, pulled from the record, or at least the public record, and not for any just wild ass reason, right? So sorry for anyway. There's a reason they asked this. So regardless of whether he gets to answer that literal or in good faith, this could have been a mistake by the court reporter, right? Or what do they call it? The stenographer. Or it was just a mistake by the Ripple defense team saying, hey, they made it the wrong date. So that I want to know if that's a question that you're allowed to answer literal and not go back to, hey, I knew the intent. You guys were really answering the October 26th question. So, but 40 pages gone after that, there was a heck of a lot there. And I think it has to do with Andreessen Horowitz. He's doing the luncheon reception and the conversation, and look who's there. There's a whole lot there. And I did a little bit of this before, and I kind of held back on this research piece, and I didn't talk to a few videos back. But anyway, this is A16Z Crypto. This is their portfolio. Ethereum, Bitcoin. So we know from the Hinman speech what was really big, Ethereum, Bitcoin, right? So they're in with Ethereum, Bitcoin. And then I don't know when they invested in Ripple, okay? But what a weird world that we live in crypto. He goes to work after he leaves the SEC for the very company that he was, and this wasn't, not the company, but the funds that he was actually representing over at Simpson Thacher, I think it was. Simpson Thacher, he was receiving millions of dollars, right? Or however much it was a lot while he was in the SEC. And then when he comes out, he goes out and goes to work for Andreessen Horowitz. And they've got $3 billion invested, and they just did another $100 million seed funding round that they're throwing money at crypto like you wouldn't believe. So, all right, that's all I have. And I hope it's actually something meaningful. I would love to hear back from the attorneys that are, versed in all the law about how you can answer. But I dig in, I try to find something that's meaningful. Hopefully this was, at least maybe even on the backup information about the way that the Andreessen Horowitz connection is there. Hopefully that was something as well. And if not, and I have to give up my content creating career, Jeremy Hogan, can I join your garage band? Is that okay? I would love to. I can't sing, I can't play an instrument, but maybe I could take up like the harmonica or something. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll be back tomorrow.